Hi, my name is Erin Quinn, and welcome to my presentation on microplastics in our oceans. Throughout the presentation, I will be diving into the project's background, leaders connected to ocean preservation, class literature connected to the topic, as well as my possible solutions to the microplastics problem in the ocean. I have chosen to base my project on ocean pollution, specifically microplastics, as I grew up on Cape Cod, enjoying the salty air and hot sun at the beach every summer. With each passing summer, though, I have come to find that there is an increase of pollution on the beach, as well as in the water. Materials such as plastic and fishing gear. I'm motivated to do my part and work with my community to help the Cape thrive for many years to come. During this presentation, I will be discussing three main points. The first being how microplastics are affecting ocean life. The second on how microplastics play a critical role in climate change. And lastly, possible solutions to control the amount of microplastics in the ocean. A large part of my research was focused on how microplastics affect the food chain. Microplastics are consumed by ocean wildlife, such as plankton and shellfish, who are then later consumed by other predators, passing the microplastics from one animal to another, continuing the never-ending cycle of microplastic consumption. Humans are also consuming microplastics from the ocean, as many humans enjoy shellfish and such as oysters and clams, who are filter feeders. With the consumption of microplastics comes a wide range of issues, including developmental delays in animals and reproductive issues, further harming our ocean animals. The second part of my research was seeing how microplastics cause an increased level of carbon dioxide in the waters, and what that means for the ocean environment and animals that live there. This is tied back to the food chain, with plankton mistaking microplastics as food. They do not have the ability they once had of helping the ocean with absorbing much of the carbon dioxide coming from the air, meaning that higher levels of carbon dioxide are entering directly into the ocean waters. As a result, the ocean temperatures are increasing. With the increase of the ocean's temperature, the ocean is becoming more and more acidic. This means that animals such as shellfish, crustaceans, and coral are becoming weaker due to the higher levels of bicarbonate, which is causing weaker shells and skeletons. With these vital organisms becoming weaker, it means that soon there will be less and less for larger predators to consume, once again altering the ocean food chain drastically. This project's topic of microplastics in the ocean is connected to two goals of the UN SDG. Goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, as well as goal number 14, life below water. Goal number 12 goes into detail about how countries and companies alike need to be more aware of the impact they are having on the planet and how they must be more responsible regarding consumption and production of materials. This is also for everyday humans. We need to become more aware of our daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly consumption of certain things, such as plastic and fossil fuels. Goal number 14 goes into detail about how humans must respect the ocean, noting the amount of plastic pollution entering the oceans, as well as the consequences to the continued pollution of the ocean. These are two informational posters detailing the main points of both goals, 12 and 14, of UN SDG. Now for local and global leaders. Our local leader is Jill Talladay. Talladay is the Director of CARE for the Cape and Islands. CARE for the Cape and Islands is a non-profit organization working towards preservation and protecting the natural, cultural, and historical treasures of the Cape and Islands. Our global leader is Erna Solberg. Solberg is the Prime Minister of Norway. She developed a panel of experts, the high-level panel for a sustainable ocean economy. Their aim is to develop an agenda prioritizing effective protection, sustainable production, and equitable prosperity. Classroom literature. Related articles from class. There are 3. The Uninhabitable Earth by David Wallace Wells, 4th National Climate Assessment, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Now for my solutions. The biggest part of my solution is the Beach Waste Management Program. This program would be a branch off the already existing National Parks/Seashore Department. The funding starting out for the first year would be $1 million. This would provide year-round and seasonal staff with reasonable pay and benefits. It would also cover the cost of training for the position, as well as equipment such as ATVs, uniforms, etc. This job would include patrolling the beach for waste, handing out citations for beachgoers and fishermen who were caught littering, participating in providing information to the public through the informational booths at each beach, also in the maintaining of the booths, and they would also sponsor 2 large beach cleanups each year. Local solutions would be to support local initiatives such as beach cleanups, advocate for policy change, reduce single-use plastics. Many towns on Cape have banned the sale of single-use water bottles in efforts to reduce single-use plastic, educating the public, and being able to recycle properly. And this is citations part 1 and part 2. Thanks for listening.